Yep.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Hey guys, appreciate the time. Just to start, obviously, Joanna Bonner, 41 points, pretty special. But you guys have had success defending her in the past. I guess what made today a little different from your past matchups with her?
In the first quarter, like she got it going. She got easy looks at the rim or in transition. I think 4 out of 6 of her shots that she made in the first quarter or first half, whatever the timing was in transition. And we can't get a player like that, rhythm player, to get going that early and not see bodies. And so once she gets it going, it's really hard to stop. And then like our reads and pick and roll, our communication was really slow.
100%. Another question was just about, you guys did a really good job defending the paint against this team in the last game, but today they come out and kind of win that battle. What do you guys need to do to kind of keep that defensive presence down low, I guess, for either of you?
Yeah, I feel like kind of adding to it, she says it goes both ways. So like they were in transition and then they were getting a lot of O boards. And then I think that, we were more like playing against their set defense. And so they're getting transition points and they're running. And I feel like too, like we were more physical in the first game. This game, we weren't as physical. And then I don't know how many free throws they shot, but
they were 12 for 17.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit less than last game, but 17 free throws still a decent amount. So, I mean, credit to them. She played great, and Brianna Jones was efficient as well. So, I don't know. I have to go back and watch the film to really know for sure.
Thank you.
All right, Matthew or Nikias? Or Will?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Matthew, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you guys about this is your 4th game in this road trip in a week. Obviously, fatigue affects everybody, but just having to play this team on a back-to-back on the last game of a road trip, did you feel like, you talked about being more physical in the first game, did you feel like maybe that was a factor for the lack of physicality coming from you guys today?
I mean, it's going to be the same in the playoffs. So, I mean, we can't really use that as an excuse. We knew we were going to get another good shot at them. So I'm not going to say that it was that. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but we just got to be better when we know we're playing a team that's really, really physical.
Nikias?
Yes, a question for either one of you. It felt like the switching from Connecticut kind of brought things down in the half court. Was that something that you felt? And if so, what kind of adjustments do you feel you need to make moving forward against that kind of defense?
Honestly, I think we were taking the ball out of like they were scoring at will. And so we were playing against their set defensive lot. Like we're the best. We're really hard to guard when we're able to play in transition in our secondary actions and flow into different sets. So I think it was a mixture of that and being able to get reads, but our spacing has to be better if they're going to switch and do those types of things.
All right, seeing no other hands up, we will let you ladies go and be back with Coach Hammond momentarily. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, Steve.
pick and rolls kind of bought down the half court offense. What were you?
But I can tell you in the year plus I've been here, year and whatever, that was the worst half of basketball I've seen us play. Scoring, 28 points in a half. That's about as bad as we've played. And it was really on both ends. So, I mean, people have been going under on us this whole time, honestly. We've gotten good things out of it. I just thought they played they just kicked our asses. No X's O's in the world tonight. Didn't matter.
Gotcha.
Andy?
Hey, Becky. I know like a little bit halfway through that third quarter, you took the starters out, sat them down for a couple of minutes, and then tried to bring them back. What were you just kind of trying to do in that little bit of time they had on the bench? Was it just a breather? Were you trying to run anything with them? Just curious.
I just told them I'm not going to watch that kind of basketball. They had 5-6 minutes to get it right. And, on some nights, obviously nobody's out there trying to mess up or not play harder. It's just, we didn't have it tonight. Just didn't have it. And it's really like I said, for the most part, the first time that's really happened since I've been here, where because it was an extended amount of time. It wasn't just like one quarter. It was 2.5 quarters at that point. And it's not, I thought our bench came in, but it was more or less, I was going to sit them out the rest of the game. Actually, they came back and begged me to put them back in. So I did. We made a little run there, a little push, but at the end of the day, we didn't have anybody to guard Bonner. For somebody to get off 23 field goals when they're not even supposed to be getting attempts off is a real disappointment for our defense, because she was certainly a focal point. I mean, right out the gate. And we just lost her, dared her to shoot, and you can't do that, especially on a night that she's really feeling it. And most of the time, she has those bounce back games. She struggled a little bit game one. She's a pro. She got a lot of pride, and she came out and kicked our ass, like pretty much single-handedly.
Gotcha. And then, you guys won the battle in the paint in game one against them. Seemed like they were really determined to kind of batter you guys down there. Just what you guys need to work on in your low post defense, I guess, going forward.
Well, I mean, they had 13 more shots than us in the first half, and a lot of that was on the boards. It was turnovers. It was running out in transition. You throw the ball to the other team on a live ball, it's really hard to get back. I mean, you're going to give up points in the paint. But we, like I said, there's you could sit there and try to go back and forth. But bottom line is, like I said, that was about as bad a basketball as we played. And give them credit. Like, you knew we weren't gonna just show up and win the game tonight. There's zero chances of that. We had to go out there and earn it, and we just didn't tonight.
Matthew?
Hey, Becky, I wanted to ask, talking about the turnovers, it seems like this year, for the most part, you guys have won that battle in terms of turning the ball over less. And at times last year when you struggled, it was somewhat caused by the turnovers. Why do you think tonight you guys struggled so much with that side of the ball and turning the ball over more, and is what led to their points in transition?
I thought they just had us on our heels the whole night. They went under a lot of stuff. We didn't have the assertion. We picked and then we stood around. We lingered instead of sprinting into space. So they were able to put 2 on the ball and then stop the ball, momentum, and then recover back out. We never really got to the second side or put pressure on the rim with our cutting and bodies. And so I think for us, like I said, people have been going under most of the time. I thought they did a good job mixing in blitz here and there. But at the end of the day, we struggled with body movement and player movement. And when a team gets physical with you, you got to have that.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We'll let you go, and we will be back in action at home on Sunday at Michelob Ultra Arena.
I'm already clearing the press.